Hey, what's going on guys, Findominator here. Today I'm going to be giving you a starter guide on playing Destiny 2. I'll be covering all things from gear and lights to supers and how to use them. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first things first is picking yourself a class. There are 3 classes within the game. There is the Titan, the Hunter, and the Warlock. Now, I'm going to be talking about which one is best for you. So if you like to deal out loads of damage, be an absolute tank, and just completely destroy everything like an absolute boss on the battlefield, you're going to want to play the Titan. But if you want to be fast and lethal, you know, like a ninja, you're going to want to play with the Hunter. And then third of all, if you like to be a magic, you know, with the auras of healing and the magic spells that it has, you want to play Warlock. For this, I'm just going to use Titan as a base, but most of this stuff can be applied to all 3 characters. So, let's get into our next thing. So, next of all, we have levels and light levels. These are 2 very different things within the game of Destiny 2. With the light level, that is how powerful your character is as a whole. You have attack level and defense level for all your items. For armor, the higher your defense is, the higher your light level will go. The higher your attack is, the higher your light level will go. The light level is measured, it adds up all 3 of your guns and all of your armor. It adds it together and then takes and divides it by how many items you're using, and that determines your light level. Your light level is key for different events, so different stuff require different light levels to play, and you have a recommended light level for different quests, meaning that would be what your light level should be before you initiate this quest, and things like that. So yeah, that's what light level is, but light level is always capped. So now I've told you the light level is capped, you're probably thinking, what's capping my light level? Well, that is pretty simple. Your level as a Guardian. Because your characters are Guardians, you will want to know what your light level is, like I just said, capped by what level you are. The highest level you can get without any DLC is level 20, as you see on my Hunter, if you saw that quick little snippet. But yeah. And when you start the game, you're on light level 100. But guess what? Once you get to this point in the campaign, not saying what's happened, and sorry if this is spoiling stuff for you, guess what? You go back down to 10. Look, 10 light level. Of course, you keep all... If you have a different character, you get all of their consumables as your own. But, like I said, you go back down to 10 light level. So yeah, you go down to pretty low. So there's only one issue with this. How do I get my light level up? Well, that's easy. You pick up better guns, you buy them from characters like vendors, and once you get the better guns, you'll be a higher light level. But just remember, you need to have a higher level in general to get better guns. And there are different rarities of guns. There's common, which you don't see many of. There are uncommon, which are green, rare, which are blue, legendary, which are purple, and exotics. Now, exotics are so powerful that you're only allowed to have one exotic gun and one exotic piece of armor equipped at any time. If you have more than one, well, you just can't have more than one because they're so powerful and they give you so much buff. So yeah, that's different gun rarities. The rarer the gun, the more modifications it will have. So say you'll get you can change whether you have extreme increased resilience or mobility, meaning, you know, like resilience is how much damage you can take, mobility is how fast you can move, and the third one is regeneration, and that obviously, you know, the better that is, the more health regeneration you have. But yeah, those are the main things about Destiny 2. Next thing we're going into is supers. Supers are unlocked progressively as you travel throughout the story, and there are 3 different types of supers: Void, Solar, and Arc. These are all types within the game, and they all do the same amount of damage, well, depending on how you use them, but different enemies will have different elemental shields. If there's an enemy with a red shield, that means he's a solar enemy. If there's an enemy with a purple shield, he's a void enemy, and if there's a enemy with a blue shield, he's an arc enemy. And if you match the shield color with if you use a solar gun on a solar shield, you will create a mini explosion on that enemy. But they all wither down the shield at the same rate. It's just if you match it up, you get an explosion on the enemy causing massive damage. So that's all good. And you can tell whether a gun is solar, void, or arc, because if it's solar, it will have a little fire little emblem next to it. If it's arc, it will have a little blue weird sphere looking thing next to it. And if it's void, it'll have a little purple void next to it. As you see, the gun I pick up at the beginning of the game is of course arc subclassed, because you see the little blue arc at the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of Destiny and getting started. I recommend completing the campaign and getting to level 20 when in either order, but level 20 is very, very crucial. So I'd recommend getting to level 20 before you complete the campaign. Now there are plenty of ways to do this, which will be coming in a future video on farming tactics. So if you enjoyed this farming tutorials video, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.